positive energy and good vibrations from me to you. You have now tuned in to Imperfect Fathers Podcast.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
What up?
What's good, my guy? How you, man?
We good,
Chilling?
baby.
Back for another one?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. We looking good?
Back
Feeling
for
good?
another one.
So, at the top, how we do it, positive energy
And good vibrations.
from me to you. This is your boy, RJD, the Imperfect Gentleman. And
Your boy, JP, the Imperfect Husband.
yes, indeed. And this is another dope episode of the Imperfect Fathers Podcast. Good people. My guy, what up, man?
What up?
How you, man?
We good.
Feel good. You know what I mean? I don't know if the world know. They probably don't know right now. Like we actually our first full official week in.
Yes,
Working
sir.
out, man.
4 a.m. club. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah. He say the 4 a.m. club, but we really the 5 a.m. club.
Nah, 5 a.m. That's other people. We the 4 a.m. club.
Why is that?
Because we up by 4 and we grinding at 4.
Wait, now I'm not grinding at 4.
At 4 a.m.,
How?
I'm doing my first set of push-ups.
Oh.
That's how I get up.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Yo, hold on. Respect to the
4 a.m.
king.
club.
I did not know that because
I put my feet on the ground. That alarm goes off. Put my feet on the ground.
as you
drop
see,
to the floor
we didn't get the sponsorship.
and hit them 10.
Hold on, I'm choking over here.
The thing tried to stay on it.
Yeah, we didn't get the sponsorship with Bubbly, so
Yep.
we back to us. they didn't check the emails yet.
Homemade lemonade, no sugar.
Fire right there. That's fire. But yo, as always, guys, around the podcast, we cannot get started before we talk to the Father and do what is right in his eyes, which is give him the praise and talk to him first. So with that
Yes,
being
sir.
said, Father, we thank you for another day. We thank you for our life, our health, our strength. We thank you for our families, our tribes. God, we're grateful for our children. We're grateful for our friends and our loved ones. Father, we are just grateful for life itself because we know that the gift called life is so very precious. So God, for that and that alone, we say thank you. Anything else we know is extra. So right now, and the fact that anyone has oxygen in their lungs, that blood flowing through their veins right now deserves to say thank you. So right now, Father, we say thank you even for ourselves and those people. But as we go before these people right now, God, we ask you right now to give us the grace and space to be the men that we are so we may say something that may also entertain, but also inspire them to be the best men and women they could possibly be. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Amen.
So yes, indeed, my guy. How you are?
Yes, indeed.
How was your week, brother?
Week was good, bro.
Yeah?
I feel like a brand new man.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk
Don't
about
you
it.
see, even the hair went away.
I know.
beard
You
ain't there.
shave the hair down on the face, cut the hair on the head, man. I see you.
I was just telling my son earlier today that I feel a lot more patient.
Hold on, that's not what you were telling your son. You know what you were telling your son earlier?
What?
To like, comment, and
There you
subscribe
go.
to the
Boom,
podcast.
son.
On point.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
get it. What
So
you was telling him?
besides me telling him to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell all his people to like, comment, and subscribe,
Yes.
I feel a lot more patient in how I carry myself, how I deliver, especially towards them.
Okay.
I find myself not being so quick to respond and to react. So it's like waking up at this time and attacking my day the way that I've been doing so.
Absolutely.
Is a way to counteract the reactiveness
Right.
within you.
Absolutely.
It's been a lot more peaceful
That's
within me and in my mind, right? Because as a person who's always going, there's a lot going on up here, a lot.
Yeah.
And lately, it's been a lot more passive, and thoughts are a lot clearer. Yeah. So it feels good.
Bro, I'm actually glad to hear that. Because first of all, change always happens inside first before how it happens outside. So when you was like, there's peace, Like I'm like, y'all live in your house, damn near. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a fairly peaceful home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got teenagers, so it can't be that much peaceful. But for the most part, like you got a peaceful home. But when you said the peace, it was like that's internal.
It's the internal peace.
Yes, indeed, man. And
the internal
and
peace.
that right there, bro, is priceless. Honestly, you can't put no number on that.
That no matter what they do, how bad it is, I'm not gonna be reactive.
And you prepare for it.
It's like, okay, like yesterday. Usually, when my son tells me he has a C, I'm ready to rip his head off. He tells me he set it up though. Right?
Okay.
He said, so I said, so how are your grades looking? He goes, I have A's and B's across the board, and a C. Usually, I would be like, the fuck you mean a C?
Immediately, right?
But no.
Right.
This time it was more of a, okay, why do you have a C?
Right.
That was my and I surprised myself. Why do you have a C? Well, I'm struggling with algebra.
Oh.
Okay.
Respectable.
I can get that.
Right.
I can get that. So my follow-up was, have you spoken to your teacher and asked what can you do to bring up that grade? His response was, well, this teacher isn't giving us a chance to recover grades. So I said to him, okay.
They're teachers like that.
They're teachers like that.
We know the hard-ass teachers.
So you know that, you know the change and how proud we are of you and how you've come, because last year was a struggle. Listen, guys, whoever has kids in the 7th grade, I sympathize with you.
I ain't get there yet, y'all.
7th grade is vicious.
Yeah.
Vicious, bro. It's that transition from kid to young adult, and their mind is all over the place.
Gotcha.
And all the kids within 7th grade, all over the place. Bro.
It's an abundance of all over the place.
Bro, it's crazy. So I told them, have you spoken to Coach Munger, which is his last year's basketball coach?
Shout out, Coach.
And told him what you're experiencing with this teacher, and if there's a way that he can speak to the teacher so that you guys can, because it's harmful. If you want to get your grade up and this teacher isn't willing to work with your class, then that means that you're in the wrong place as a teacher.
You ain't lying about that, homeboy. You ain't lying about that.
Because if you have a child coming to you, if I were a teacher and I had a child coming to me saying, how can I get this grade up? I'm struggling. I need help. I would be all over this kid trying to figure out how to help him and everybody else in the class at that point.
Right. But remember, we talked about this a few episodes ago. It's like, it's the brand of teacher you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the brand of teacher. And I've seen a whole heap of them. You know what I'm saying? Like living now with the educator, going through my share of educators myself, obviously, right? It's a brand of them. And you can tell the brand in the beginning of the year. Yeah. Right? There's a certain teacher, I'm going to shout him out, Mr. Schroeder. Mr. Schroeder was an individual. He was a young, hip, white cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was cool as the other side of the pillow. And nothing bothered him. If you passed or failed, I'm still going to be a teacher here. He wanted you to do well, but he realized he's not going to cause himself self-stress about your nonsense. So what he would do is he would literally deal with the kids who wanted to be dealt with. Yeah. And to that way, I was like, yo, that man cut his piece. And he would just tell me, don't worry about it. Do it again next year. And like at first when the teacher tell you that, you'd be like, man, whatever. And then it sets in to what he's saying to you. You're like, do it again next year. This man's about to fail.
This man is about to fail.
And he's saying it with such calmness. Yes. Oh, he'll tell you, don't worry. He tell you, you know what? There's no pool in summer school, though. And you go by his business.
With the shoulder shrug?
Yeah, seriously. Yo, shout out to Mr. Schroeder, man. Like, yo. Cause you know
it was a shoulder shrug for me.
But let me tell you why he was so cool, because compared to everybody else had this rigor about them. You're gonna do. If you don't do, you're gonna. Mr. Schroeder was like, you didn't do your homework? Okay, worry about it. You can do it next year.
But I have to say that all the teachers that have that that tiger within that within them. Wake up at 4 a.m. Go to the gym.
Release your beast in the morning. Give your morning sacrifice, man. Yo, it's serious though, bro. We laughing, but it's like people don't understand. Like I call it a morning sacrifice because that's what it really is. Because the truth of the matter, Jose, let's be real. Me and or you or nobody else in that gym in the morning wants to be there that early in the morning. Yeah. Like we're making our bodies do it.
It's the discipline.
Yes,
the discipline behind it.
And everything that you do, you have to sacrifice something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And my thing is, as individuals who have lives where most of our work is digital, right? We're on the phone or either on the computer. We have to do something physically. Yeah. Like, we have to give ourselves that. Because if we look up in 15 to 20 years, we might not be here on the same wave, right?
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? We might have medication flowing through our veins, need assistance to even stand up or sit down. Like, our children still gonna need us in 20. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, they still gonna need us to be active and fully functionable to be able to live with them, enjoy life with them, and that's my goal, bro. Like, before I was going to the gym for vanity. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like seeing my arms, my back, my chest swell up. I enjoyed that at a certain age. Now it's maintenance, and now it's about being able to make sure I can get up and down that court with Jose, with Josiah, and with the rest of these boys. I gotta keep being able to get up and down that court. You seen this week, yo. I don't know what I was thinking, Jose, either.
Bro, you're not alone. When I saw you drop, I'm like, bro, I know this ain't dropping. Like, oh, wait, I gotta blurp that. What time is it? All right, we 10 minutes in. I know he ain't just dropped, bro. Like, please tell me he ain't. Oh, he dropped. Yeah. All right, I guess I gotta do this too.
Yo.
Halfway in, I'm like, oh, I hate this. I really do hate him.
Yeah, that was our tour day right there. That was our first inaugural tour day. Like, and speaking of inaugural, right? Yo, shout out to the man that just got back into presidency, man. You know what I mean? Like whether you like it or not, he's your president. Like,
yep, that's a fact.
Say what you want to say, feel how you want to feel, but he's your president. Get over it.
That is a fact, and it's nobody's business who I voted for or didn't vote for. If you believe whatever you believe and you decide that you think I voted for him or didn't, or voted for her or didn't, and you decide that you don't want to speak to me, then, by all means, let it be. May God bless you. I'll still keep loving you, but you have a decision to make.
Yo, and my thing is like this, bro. Like, if
it's gotten crazy out there.
Nah, but if that right there was enough for you to stop rocking with me, thank you.
That means
some G shit. Thank you.
That means that any little thing would have triggered some bullshit.
Nah, but thank you for clearing space. Think about it. God don't leave voids in my life. God don't play about me, Jose.
You know it's dope that you're saying that, because it's true. It's true, because we always pray or put into prayer, God, please remove those that are not of that have my best interests at heart and that are there for me and for the love and respect that I have for them. Mm-hmm. Please. And then when they get removed, sooner or later, but why you ain't talking to me? Nah, fuck that. If God removed you, it was for a reason.
And my thing is this, Jose, like, when you really value you understand that you're the commodity. You're not taking nothing from no one else. You understand the value that you possess within yourself, and you don't need someone else to compensate for at all, no parts of you. Like, my circle gets smaller the older I get. I used to have a problem with it, Jose.
Before, yes.
Well, guess what? We in the fitted clothes era, Jose. We're no longer in the baggy clothes era. I'm okay with things slimming up. You dig what I'm saying? Yep. And the people who don't like with my decisions or anything I got going on within my life, which has no bearings on yours, let's just put that out there, stay where you are. More power to you.
More power to you.
Because my thing is this. You think at the end of the podcast, I say what I say for no reason?
No.
Be good to yourself and the ones around you. Now, check it.
Stand 10
If I
toes.
can't be good to the ones around me, right? That's what I hit them with the right there. If you can't be good to the people that's around you, it's okay. Just get those people
from around you.
It's just that simple.
It's that simple.
All right, we out of here.
10 toes on the ground. Yeah, that was a good finish. That was a closer.
Word.
Stay 10 toes on the ground.
Yeah.
Every day, all day. I keep being the same person, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter who I vote for.
Yeah.
No matter what my opinion is.
Yeah.
I'm still the same person.
But you know what, Jose? That's the problem with today, bro. The world is afraid to either have an opinion that goes against the popular. I don't understand how that's a problem. Like, my opinion, what I think, has no bearings on what you or you're thinking. We're two different individuals.
You know why?
Why is that?
You know why people can't tolerate that?
Why?
Because there's a lack of leadership in this world now.
But
That's what it comes down to. Everybody is a follower. Nobody wants to take the initiative and say, you know what? I don't need to follow what this group is saying.
Right.
Let me do my own investigation.
Right.
Let me figure this out for myself. I don't need to hear what anybody else is saying.
Yes. Bro, let me tell you something. The reason why there's a lack of leadership is because leadership has been glamorized.
Oh, yeah.
Right? See, when people hear leadership,
Talk about it.
It's like, oh wow, yeah, like he has people follow, he has people doing work for him, or people bow to him, or they have this mindset, right? And they never actually think about what a leader actually is or what he goes through to lead. Yo, I never understood leadership until I became in a position to where I had to learn what leadership is. To be honest, Jose, I didn't understand it. Like, I thought like everybody else, well, you just get a title, and now that title, you have it, and you reign in that title. It wasn't until, God bless his soul, Bishop Joseph Nathaniel Williams really sat me down understanding what leadership was and seeing him and doing it. Like, one morning, yo, I'll never forget it. Like, it was like around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I happened to be out running, right? Because like I was hooping at the time. And I run past the church because my grandmother's house is near the church. So I'm running around the church. Who's pulling up at the church? Bishop. I'm like, he don't see me, but I see him. So I'm jogging. So as I get to the front of the church, I look. Yo, the man is sprawled out on the stairs of the church, just praying. And I'm like, man, it's 4 a.m. Ain't nobody here. Why? What is he doing on the stairs? This is a young-minded me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not understanding what he's doing yet. So, you know, the next couple of weeks go by. So I tell him, hey, one day we're in passing. I'm like, Bishop, one morning I was running and I saw you outside praying on the steps. What were you doing? And he pulled me in his office. I thought I was in trouble at that point because I'm always in trouble. I'm consistently getting yelled at.
You that guy.
Yes, all the time. So I'm thinking about to jack me up about something I did. So he goes, sit down. God didn't let you see that for no reason. At some point, you're going to be a leader. And, yo, I hated that conversation at that age and stage because I didn't want no leadership. Like, I liked just chilling. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But Bishop always said and explained to me, yo, the chosen have no choice. You have no choice. You either going to do it or you're not, or you going to know it. What do you say? You either going to do it or you're going to do it. You don't have any other choice. Yeah. In some fashion, you're still going to have to lead. So when he began to talk to me that day and told me that, I was like, so this is what you have to do to even preach on Sunday? Like you don't just make that up? He was like, no, son. Like, I studied diligently. Like, and this is when I began to understand all what goes into leadership. So I'm like, yo, you do all this every week just for Sunday? But then I get into, I'm not understanding of all the souls he's dealing with. This is why he consistently has to be right. Mm-hmm. So people think that, like even myself, whenever you see leadership or like even the presidency right now, whatever president we're talking about, even our current one or any of our past ones, we look at them, the optics of them, right? We see them on these cameras. Like right now, yo, Jose, there's somebody right now watching us with some kind of thought process of where it's elevated because they see us through this damn camera, bro.
Yep.
But what they don't understand is the sacrifice that's going on behind this shit. Like, they don't understand what it takes to come on here, bro. Yeah. You seen it now. We doing this about a year now. You see what it takes to just get on the camera. It takes a whole lot. So
and all the turmoil that take place behind it too.
But that's not visible, bro. You can't see that.
It's not how many times we had to cancel and redo and two in a day because we couldn't make it. And
how many times we shot one and
the video didn't come out,
right?
Or the camera got messed up, or the audio didn't work, and
somebody's children, somebody's wife. Like, this is why we say if you don't see us, we're literally doing what our name is, being imperfect fathers. Something has taken our attention or our time from being able to do this. And the struggle of what leadership truly is, bro, is being okay with no one understanding the struggle that they can't see, bro. Like, yo, that's when God's been dealing with me with. Because, like, I used to have a problem, well, I still do sometimes, of wondering, like, damn, y'all don't get that I'm going through all this? Like, y'all don't, like, you don't see that this is all going on?
The true person you are is visible when no one is watching.
But, bro, and it's like, yo, I be wondering, like, yo, why don't know you don't get this? Like, but the truth is, that's the price of leadership. That's the price. You got to pay that. If you're talking about you're going to lead anybody, even yourself. Like, that's the first. Yo, leadership starts with you getting yourself up and being able to lead yourself.
4 a.m, baby.
Yeah, let me tell y'all something.
Yo, that T-shirt, we got a few T-shirts coming out.
Oh, yeah. They
got a few T-shirts coming out. But that 4 a.m. club,
you making that one?
We branding that.
So we the 4 a.m. club now.
4 a.m. club.
Yo, let me tell y'all.
Fucking write a book on this bitch after this shit. You think it's easy?
It's not.
Every man got to write a book before they passing.
Yes, sir. You got to plant a seed in the ground, plant a tree. You got to write a book.
Did that. Haven't done that.
I've written a book. I've written a few books. And that was a plug right there. Go check my stuff out. I'll put it down in the description. That was pretty dope. That's a commercial. Speaking of commercial, here we go.
Yo, peace, family. I know you're enjoying the podcast right now, but I got to put you on some important game that changed my life. I know you're a man, husband, father, or leader of your family who loves to provide a lifestyle that your family deserves. Hell, you go out of your house 8, 10, 12, sometimes even 16 hours of your day to do just that, right? To keep the lights on, to keep the food on the table as such. But guess what? If you're like me, you get tired of providing for a family that you can't be present for. And let's be honest, we get crucified for it most of the time. Oh, he's never present. He's never here. He's never around. You know, we miss out on life's one-time moments. First steps, first words, recitals, basketball games, even intimate moments with our spouse. But if you're like me, I get tired of missing out on those moments. I get tired of providing for a family that I just can't be present for. So I figured out a way to leverage 2 hours of my day to make 2 times the money I was making at my regular job. Yeah, you heard it correct. 2 hours of my day to make $900. And guess what? I'm not the only one. There's 49,000 other people who's doing the same exact thing. So if you want in on the game to learn how to leverage 2 hours of your day to make $900 daily, comment the word how, and I'll put you on. But until then, get back to the show, man. Peace.
I'm saying that back from commercial. But yo, listen, the understanding that what goes on in leadership, if we really was to show that, we would probably have less people attempting to lead that shouldn't be doing it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if we actually make leadership look like what it is, because put it like this, we dress ourselves up to get on this damn camera. We get our haircuts. You dig what I'm saying? And this is why, like, a series, we're gonna come out with a series about the things that we're doing throughout the day, right? Like, because this product that y'all watching right now is a finished product. But what goes into that finished product, it's a lot, yo. Like, we sacrifice time from our loved ones. We sacrifice time from ourselves to do this. Like, and even then, thinking about that, like, yo, it's time I'm studying content so I can come back and not look stupid when I'm talking to y'all. So there's a lot of sacrifices that go into even just doing this.
Yep.
But let's talk about leading a household, bro, and leading a change in the home. Because this is a thing that I'm learning in real time. Because we as adults, especially as men, we will create change in ourselves and be gung-ho about it. Phew! Everything. We'll just have a complete makeover. Like, all right, I'm not doing this. Cut this out. That's ourselves personally.
Yeah.
But we don't think to ourselves, there's a group of people that have been indoctrinated with the habits that we just threw down, that we've given them. We've given them the habits.
Yeah.
You understand? We've created these habits within them. Our children didn't get the way they were because they just magically appeared that way. They're literally our DNA from every single day of what we input to them. So everything that we cut off, we got to have grace and space to realize, I'm going to have to be patient with this. That patience that you feel right now is going to keep multiplying because it's going to be necessary. Because people are not going to understand every morning like, yo, Dad, why is Dad still talking about get up and let's go? Oh, Jose's not in the bed right now. Where's he at? I want something right now. Like, this is what's going to transpire. I know it. I live it. You see what I'm saying? Like, so now, myself, earlier, I was so frustrated. What do you mean you're not getting up? You see me working out every day. I'm doing it. Why aren't you doing it? Then take in consideration where her mind is at, what she has going on internally with herself about her life's dynamics. Her age is at right now. What is her age and stage right now? She's premenopausal. What does that even mean? Now, I got indoctrinated kids right now with habits that I gave them.
Yeah.
How do I break those habits now with patience? How do I show them a new way without trying to crucify them because of what I've taught them?
With patience.
But that right there, patience itself in game time, you know what I'm talking about. It's life, it's practice right now. We're practicing right now.
Yep.
But when these cameras go off, it's game time.
It's game time.
Right? So right now we're practicing, so it's cool. But we know when something happens, if we're not in the right space, we'll
trigger something else.
And we'll react. You see what I'm saying? Instead of response.
Yep.
So, but that goes back to how do we do this? And this goes back to leading yourself. You got to fortify yourself, bro. The part of why we feel so good about waking up in the morning is not only just because we're working out. Yo, when I'm on that machine, bro, and my eyes are closed, I'm talking to God. Like, I'm literally cleaning my soul. I'm talking about, yo, fortify me throughout the day. Make sure that I'm all right to go do and be who I need to be for who I need to be for. Like, I'm not going to put the young man out there, bro, but you just seen before I got on this podcast right now, I just got a great feeling of knowing I'm supposed to be doing what I'm doing because a young man I did not know, I don't know, from a hole in the wall, calls my phone and asks me, can I come talk to you? Now, let's say, Jose, this past week, we wasn't doing what we was doing. I'm just waking up, just laying around, taking a shower, getting on the computer. I wouldn't have been mentally prepared to speak to this young man today.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'd have been there, but I wouldn't have been as sharp as I was in tune what he was really talking to me, because you know how we are as men. We don't really say what's going on with us.
Yeah.
We speak, but we don't say what's going on with us. So I was able to hear what was really going on with him.
Speaking
and
codes.
show, man, we do. And being that my mind is sharp enough right now, I was able to be where I need to be for him. So all praise be to the Most High, because there's none of my goodness in there. But the fact that my vessel, right, my temple was prepared to work, God could do his job.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But guess what? That's still a price of leadership. I still got to get up in the morning and be prepared to do that. Regardless of when we go to bed at night, what time we go to bed at night. Right?
Yep. Last night I went. Celine had my daughter had softball practice.
Yeah.
She's learning how to pitch. And
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I was in pain. I didn't want to be out in that field.
Right.
But you know what? I can't let my kid down.
Right.
Let's go out there. Let's get that work in.
Sacrifice the leadership,
Let's
bro.
get that work in. Got back. It was like 9-something.
Mm-hmm.
To what? Shower in bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we got to be up at 4 a.m.
And
but watch this movie. I can't watch this movie.
No.
I don't have time.
No.
I got to go to bed. We can watch the movie on the weekend.
Come on.
Watch
And
the
see,
movie on the weekend.
one thing I've learned is that it stings in that moment, but it prepares them, right? It gives them a new layer of understanding for what the transition is. But also, when it does come time around for that movie time, they're not just sleeping, taking the time for granted.
Yeah.
You're
It's
not
anticipated.
you're not just on your phone sitting, taking that time for granted. You two are in that moment.
Yep.
Yo, it's at times, me and my wife, when we haven't seen each other throughout the week, yo, Friday night, my phone goes off. You already know, most times, like, you can't find me. I'm locked away. I'm in this cave with this person that I love, and I'm not coming out. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the time we allotted, and let me tell you, man, like, it's the best time in the world. And it's most times where we're just simply just rubbing each other and just looking at each other's eyes. We don't want to talk about the day. It doesn't matter what happened throughout the day. Just this moment, enjoying time. And she couldn't do that if I didn't create that space for her to do it. But how do I create that space if I'm not mentally prepared myself?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Leadership. Like, I'm trying to paint this picture, Jose, because number one, I'm tired of our boys walking into this haphazardly, not understanding what they're walking into. Because number one, it's not fair to them. Mm-hmm. And it's not fair to the ones that's going to follow them. It's not. We're doing them an injustice if we do not explain the reality about what we really do, bro. And the emotions that we have while we doing it. Because come on, bro. 99% of the shit that we do to be a leader, we do not want to do. Can I get an amen?
Amen. Amen. Say it louder.
Word up.
Oh, Jesus.
Word, but we have to, bro. Like, it's a sacrifice. And this is what, like, the word, I guess God's dealing me with that word, 'cause I've been saying it and using it lately. Is like, this is a sacrifice that we have to do to be who we need to be for who we need to be for. And we don't have no choice in that matter. Because being a man, this is what entitles it. See, you can be a boy all you want. But as soon as you step into that MAN, this is what comes with it.
Yep.
And, like, I'm tired of us men being blamed for what boys are doing. Yeah, I'm tired of that. Because there's nothing about a boy over here. I stand on business about everything I take care of. If you look at my family and my business, listen, I stand on all of that. Ain't no boy nothing over here.
That's what we get a lot of right now. A lot of people blaming men for what the kids are doing, what the boys are doing. And when in reality, the men that are out here are completely against what the hell is going on over there. Has nothing to do with how we react, how we act, and how we hold ourselves and how we carry ourselves.
And you know what I feel like God is leading me to say is that we're going to be the voice for that. Because think about it. The regular working man that we stand for, he's too busy to stand up and talk. He got too much to do. We're blessed right now to be in a position to have this voice. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to stand on business even in this podcast. So y'all know when it comes to me, there's no holds bars anyway. But I'm even more because now I know that we're speaking for a class of men that ain't got time to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, we speaking for the men who make this country keep going around in circles. I'm not standing around here talking about these boys that are not handling their responsibility. That the reason why taxes are so high, the reason why all these things happen in these homes are because boys are leading. We don't have too many men in these homes because if you pay attention, where there are men there's leadership, there's boundaries, there's regulations, there's love, right? There's compassion. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of those components when there's a man around. When you got a boy around, there's no compassion.
And it's the time we're in also, right? Because back in the days, if you grew up in a household without a father, mm-hmm. most of the time there was an OG in the block that was teaching you to be a man, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. It probably wouldn't be. It probably wasn't the way that it should have. It probably wasn't the type of upbringing that you should have received, but
depending on what you was at, it was necessary.
It was a necessary
to survive.
Absolutely. It was necessary. And it was a structure that you probably didn't receive at home. So a lot of people in our generation mm-hmm, mm-hmm. come from that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And shout out.
And they stand on their 10 toes.
And I love it.
Very strong men.
You know what I love about that, Jose, too? And shout out to Eric Harris. Because he's an individual that I met later on in life, like maybe about I think it's been 7 years now I've known Eric. Well, anyway, known him for a while, and he kind of like made me be okay with my rough edges because I was going through the transition of like, yo, how do I be a businessman? And what I see businessmen, but I don't want to be that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a square. Like, I want to rock, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, just be you, but just find your way to do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to, what is the word you use? Compromise who you are to be in business. The same way you operate in the street, operate as a man.
Yeah.
There's rules to everything. You just got to abide in them.
Yep.
So when he broke it down to me, and especially when I was confused about like, yo, like, because you know how there's a certain way to talk to people in the corporate world, and there's a certain way you talk to people in the street.
Yeah.
I was having a hard time.
Flipping the switch.
Yo, you know, in the street, it's like,
well, hi there, Karen.
I will see you at HR. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, there'll be an email about this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
going from the saying what's up to you and being, my ninja.
Wow, God, what up?
And then going over here, hey there, Karen. How are you?
How are you, sir?
How's it going?
But you know what I'm saying? And like, that's the price of being able to go from one to the other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you know, no, we don't get taught that.
nah, hell
It's we learn that from our environment.
Absolutely. You gotta learn.
You pick that up from your environment.
You gotta be able to adapt.
Yo, it's great. I could be around a group of Puerto Ricans, and immediately I get the Puerto Rican accent.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah.
I'm around a group of Cubans, immediately the Cuban accent. It's nuts. And I don't even do it intentionally.
Nah, you don't. You don't. Because let me tell you why you say that.
And I catch myself like, yo, what the fuck am I doing?
Yo, at least you catch yourself. You know what catches me?
Like, yo.
Cassie. So when I first moved down here, like so one day I'm like, yo, what up? And like it was, I said hello to a dude. Like I said, what up? Like, you know what I mean? Like somebody from the hood, what up? And he looked at me like, what do you mean? I'm like, oh, I meant hello. What's up? He was like, oh, what's up? I was like, oh, I'm different. I'm in a different place. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, well, I gotta talk like these. Talk like them. And so the next time I was around somebody else and Cassie was there, she was like, oh, you country now? I was like, I'm country. She was like, yeah, you sound real country now. Like, I was like, man, am I code switching like that?
One thing you'll never catch me saying, no matter how long I live here in Florida, is this finna, you finna. Listen.
Yo.
I get the accents, but...
Yo, finna and I'm about to.
Lord Jesus.
I'm finna and I'm about to. It's all like I'm about to like. It's that. But I guess that's
the
real.
only word I'm using that's not in the dictionary is bacon, egg, and cheese because it's all one word in New York. That's it.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. That's it.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
That's all one word.
It's one word.
And Poppy caught all that.
Yeah.
Yo, his mind, he already know salt, pepper, ketchup. He already know what time it is. Shout out to the crib, man. Shout out to New York, man. I miss that right now. I can go for a bacon, egg, and cheese right now. Word up. I can go for that.
Or chopped cheese. Chopped cheese.
Ooh, don't do it to me like that. Don't do it to me like. See, people who are from that's not from New York don't understand what chopped cheese is. They don't understand.
They don't. So going back to what I was saying before, the reverse of these men that have become men without having a male figure in their household and the male figure coming from outside, you know, and being able to develop themselves to the people that they are. The reverse of that is that nowadays you don't have that because these kids now have no respect towards anybody, not even themselves.
Right.
Not even themselves. Before you would walk outside and there was ranks that you would respect. Kids nowadays, they want to take out those ranks so that they can be the ranking. And that's where this loss of structure is. Like these kids don't understand what it is to respect authority. They don't understand what it is to respect their parents. They talk back to their parents in a way that's crazy.
But hold on, Jose, hold on. Like, I'm with you, right? But then there's a flip side that I can't be with you with. You know why, though? Because think back to when we was kids, Jose. Seriously, think back to when we was kids, and the narrative that the adults had about us.
I'm gonna hit you with that one right there.
But think about the narrative. We don't listen.
But
we're rebellious.
But you know what? We get whooped by the neighbor. We get whooped by the cop. We get whooped by the OG and taken upstairs and then get whooped by your mama.
To a certain extent,
that shit don't happen now.
But Jose, like
that shit don't happen no more.
But even in my time, that really didn't happen to me either. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you how.
You're one. You get what I'm saying? The majority, there was a lot more respect in the streets before, in general.
Yeah, no.
In general.
Yeah, absolutely.
And towards authority. Yeah, they were abusive or whatever the case. Yes. But the respect towards authority was always there. It was, you know what? Let me chill out because this ain't going to go right for me.
But let me tell you why, though. There was consequences back in our day, bro. You just talked about it.
And you think there's no consequences now?
Show me one. I'll wait.
How many black kids are getting killed? Black and colored kids are getting killed.
But Jose, I'm talking about consequences, like consequence of their actions. That their demise, we can't talk about that right now because that's not showing them lessons. Obviously,
it's not showing a lesson.
Right. So show me another consequence, Jose. I will wait.
So that's where I'm also going with the reverse of it. The consequences in the household is what you mean, right? There are no consequences in the household, but it also comes from the fact that parents now want to be more friends of their kids than actually being parents. And it's because of the age probably that they had these kids. Because if you compare somebody from the 70s, at the age of 14, they were already mature. They were mentally mature.
Because they had to be.
Because it was the structure that existed was for, well, there's nothing else but for you to become the elder of this house at this point, right? Now, what's that phrase that we use? Hard times make
strong men.
Make strong men. Strong men make weak boys.
Weak boys make hard times.
So that's basically what we're going through right now. It's the strong men making weak boys because they don't want their boys to go through what they went through.
But this is why I'm here. This is why I do what I do, Jose, because that's only because that man hasn't healed from that scar or think he's been hurt. You think you've been hurt. You've been prepared. And you're taking the opportunity from your son to be prepared because you're still hurting. You haven't healed about yesterday.
And what do you do in that case with single women homes that are trying to raise boys that they don't have a figure in their house?
Let me tell you something. In those homes, because I'm from one, you dig what I'm saying? In those homes, I'm sorry, the woman is gonna have to buckle down and be that tough, because that's the only way at this point. Because if you're talking about a single home, a single parent home, a woman and a boy,
do you really think that a woman can teach a boy to be a man?
She can't.
She can't.
But one thing she can do her damnedest to keep him on the straight and narrow.
Yes.
That's what she can do.
She can.
But
that doesn't mean that child will be a man when he grows up. Still at the age of 21, 31, he'll still be a boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where this conversation is going.
Until another man comes and puts his arm around him, he will be a boy.
And that's what we were talking about. That's where leaders,
absolutely,
like us must come in. And it's not being these gorillas and banging on your chest. No,
not at all.
It's teaching.
There's a time and place for all that shit.
Teaching these boys love, compassion, understanding, giving them a shoulder, an ear, because that's really all they really need. For you to be able to give them the guidance necessary for them to become stronger men.
I realized what boys really need? They need a comprehensive man in front of them. Meaning, they need a man that's okay with being a 24-hour man in front of them, experiencing everything and teaching them while they go along. Other day, I was in my house and I was just in this weird moment that I didn't want to talk. Like I was in a space where I was just like, I don't want to be bothered right now. And something was like, you don't have to be bothered, but teach. I'm like, but teach. And my kid's like, Daddy, like, Daddy doesn't want to talk right now. You know how there's times where you just doesn't want to be bothered?
Mm-hmm. We all have them. We all have them.
Because now, what I'm showing my kids is that Daddy's human. You understand? Like, I'm humanizing myself to them because there's going to be a time where Daddy just needs it. And it's no spite about what kind of child you are. My children's emotional state won't be compromised because they have an understanding Daddy's just being human.
Yeah.
He gives me my time when I need my time.
Yeah.
So Daddy needs his too.
And it's hard for them to understand at a young age.
Yeah.
But sooner or later they will get it.
But you gotta teach.
There's nothing more satisfying than hearing your child come back to you one day and saying, you know what, Pa? You know what, Ma? I get it. I understand. I understand what you guys went through.
That's the present. That's a gift right there.
Yes, that is. There's no present. There's no gift that can suffice that.
No.
Nothing.
No, not at all.
Nothing. Because your whole life, you feel as a parent, you feel unappreciated.
Yeah, it's a no pay job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
No,
like
it's worse than a no paying job.
So hold on. Like you know, I think it extreme. So what you saying? We slaves?
And just about to our kids.
You ain't lying. Hey, seriously, I thought about this the other day. We always talk about we parents, but if you realize that's the lowest on the totem pole because they say whatever they want and we gotta go give it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hungry. We gotta provide the food. I want this. We gotta get it. You know what I'm saying?
It's hot. We gotta turn up the AC. It's cold. We gotta turn on the heater. What the fuck?
We gotta make sure that they good all the way around. This game is twisted. This game is twisted. Like you did something when you made this game called life, God. I tell you did something.
Back in the days, you say you hungry. Boy, go make yourself a sandwich.
Yo, at least they told you that. You know what my grandmother told me? Well, nice to meet you. My name is Laura.
My name is Laura.
Nice to meet you, hungry. How do I tell you I want to eat something? Like, I'm hungry. Nice to meet you, hungry. Oh, my God. This cycle. Like, yo, abuse. Psychological abuse, okay? Shout out to my grandmother, man, but she's torturing me a little bit.
No, but look, life changes so much once your kids get to the point that they're self-sufficient.
Yeah.
And you no longer have to do that where they're hungry. You have to stop whatever you're doing to go cook something for them or make something for them or you have to shower them.
That's a part of your identity, man. That's a part of you. That grows into your identity. So
and then they get to the point that they're older and they're self-sufficient. They go in the refrigerator and make their own stuff. And then you start thinking to yourself like, they no longer need me.
Yeah.
The fuck am I gonna do with my time now? You know what we gonna do with our time? Wake up at 4 a.m.
That's it. Hey, this is why the old heads got up. You realize this? Like, yo, I used to work early in the morning, Jose, at the mall, right? I used to have to be there at like 6 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a teenager, get my little money. And I used to see the old heads walking around the mall. I'm like, yo, why they up so early? If I was them, I'd still be a slave. They got a chance to be old right now. But I get it now. It now, yo. Get up early and get your life started, man.
I tell you, the reason why what made my mind change, the flip for me to start saying, nah, I can't continue to be like this. It was me bending over and losing my air while tying my shoelaces.
Yeah.
That was fucking that was an eye opener. That was awakening for me. It was like,
it's real.
Bro, I'm out of breath and all I'm doing is tying my shoelaces. Yeah. This is insane. Yeah. I continue like this, I'm not gonna be able to see my grandkids. Yeah,
true. Very true.
If I ever have any.
Right. Nah,
that was that switch that today has me, and every day, like you said that you do earlier when we're on that stepping machine, that you close your eyes and you're praying. That's exactly the same thing I do.
Yeah.
God give me the strength to be able to continue doing what I'm doing so that tomorrow I can see my grandkids. Yeah. My kids can see me healthy. Yeah. They could see a better version of me, because what I'm trying to do is make a better version of myself for myself, my wife, and my children.
And let me tell you, I'm glad you pointed that out. And nowhere, and I hope y'all paid attention to what he just said, in nowhere did he say that I told him I made him, or I didn't even invite him. If you go back to the other episode, you'll realize that it was him, his decision. And the reason I'm pointing this out is because you have to know how to lead and when to shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, Jose, come on, let's go to the gym. You wasn't ready yet up here.
Yeah.
But when you're ready, I'm ready. I'll meet you in the gym. It was crazy how he wanted to meet me in the gym. But nevertheless, if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the last episode. But nevertheless, bro, like, it wasn't me being overbearing, right? And I think that as men, we have a tendency where we try to lead with this iron fist all the time. Do. It can't be that all the time.
Yeah.
There's
Especially
different veins to flow in, right?
Especially with our kids.
There's different veins to flow in. I always talk about this with my clients. Toxicity begins when you let one vein continuously flow. Because if you look at even water going through a pipe, over time, if that water consistently goes through that pipe, what's going to happen to that water? It's going to turn toxic.
Yeah.
Because that water is now flowing through that vein too much.
And it's gonna start eating off the
pipe. And that pipe is going to be in the water.
Yep.
And that's us. When we only operate through our masculinity, our macho,
that becomes toxic.
Yes. There's so many more facets to us, bro. There's a gentle side to us. There's a medium side to us, no Diddy. Right? And I'm not even going to the other side. I know the tough side. You know what I'm saying?
There's a medium side, the Johnson & Johnson side. This man, wow.
Not the Johnson & Johnson. Shout out to the baby oil. It was crazy. yo, I know one thing. Their stock is up. You know that, right?
Shit.
Their stock is up right now.
Everything is up right now after the proclaimed president. That shit is nuts.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like,
oil is down, stocks is up.
Yo, and if y'all think we lying, just go to your neighborhood gas station. Yo, it's $2.89 right now.
Yeah.
Just before this, it was $3.15.
Yep. The cheap one.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, like, you say what you want, and like, yo, hold on, I'm gonna go here. We got a few minutes, Jose. So fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Y'all sit here complaining about this man in office, and yo, some of the most nonsense stuff I heard was coming from the campaign of the other one. I'm so glad that he is now in office. That video you sent me earlier, yo, I can't wait until that legislation goes through that he's gonna put through. To where if you're a teacher or you're an educator and you have the audacity to ask a child, do they feel confused in their body? You'll be brought up on charges.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, we're going back to the nucleus home. We're going back to that nuclear home, the mother and the father, right? Oh. We're only gonna respect two sexes in this country, men and female, right? Yeah. I'm with it. And if you got smoke for me, get down in the comments, but you better be respectful because YouTube will ban you. I ain't got to do it. YouTube will get you. So be respectful. I said it on my chest, man.
It's crazy. That like I'm with 90% of what's going on there. I do feel that a lot of lash is going to come back to a group of people that aren't actually looking for that lash. You get what I'm saying? Because
catch the stray you talking about?
Well, yeah.
Catching the stray? They're gonna catch the stray.
Let's keep it 100. The whole LGBTQ community is not extreme.
No. We're dealing with the extremists.
The great majority of them are very cautious. Not cautious, sorry, that's not conscious. Yes. That's the word that I was. They're very conscious, loving people.
Yeah. And
the great majority.
Hear me what I said.
But these extremes that are out here are fucking it up.
That's
their majority.
That's what I'm going after.
That shit is nuts.
And I'm not gonna allow the extreme to keep being louder than me. You understand me, Jose?
Yeah.
My kids depend on me saying this.
Yeah.
Your kids depend on us saying this, Jose. Yeah. The kids around here depend on us talking about this. the continuing of human beings depend on us saying this. I never thought I'd be saying that.
Yes, that's nuts, man. It's nuts.
We
it's
have to
nuts
get back to
we're living.
To what keeps us here.
And you remember from the beginning I said, talking about politics on the platform, I know that it can bring a lot of, but you know what? This is a topic that needs to be said. It's the reality. It's the reality.
Did you
it's
get
the reality
of
what we are living.
Did you get a check, Jose?
From?
So who the fuck gonna tell us we can't talk about what we want to talk about? Until somebody gives us a paycheck of some sort to talk about, where we have to be quiet and all. And even then, you can't pay me to be quiet.
You want to tell us what we're talking about? Comment, like, and subscribe.
That's the only way you're gonna tell us what to talk about, man.
Make sure you subscribe and like first before you comment.
Yeah. Don't get greasy in the comments. And as a matter of fact, we're not responding to you. If you get down in the comments and we don't see your name in the subscriber list or the like column, we ain't even responding. You don't exist. Okay?
In both. You got to do both. If you're going to attack us, you're going to attack us.
Do it right.
Do it right.
Yeah.
All right? You got to do both. You got to subscribe and like.
Word. Just to attack us.
Then we'll take all the smoke from you.
Yeah. Can none. We'll appreciate it.
And we'll still tell you we love you.
Facts. Because ain't no emotion about it.
Ain't no emotion.
Ain't no emotion about it.
It's all about everybody respecting the other person's opinion and the other person's thought and heart, right? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, or transsexual, gay, LGBTQ. Wait, I can't use that G word, right? Can I? On YouTube?
Probably not.
But we're not saying it in a derogatory form.
But you will still blot it because I'm not. It could be on that list.
So we're not against or speaking against them. We have people that we love that are part of this community.
Hold on, host. Don't say it like that because you know what they say when you say. I got a black friend, or I got a Spanish friend, so I'm not racist.
Bro, that I just saw a video. I just saw a video on.
You just said I got a gay person in my family.
That's not what I said. I said we have people that we love that are part of that community. Damn, but that did sound like what they say when you say, I can't be racist.
I have a black friend.
I have a black friend.
We might be hanging ourselves right now, but fuck it.
And his name is Doc.
Yes, I love when they get it. I love when they get with it too, yo. Shout out to all my white people, bro. I love them too, man. Yeah, y'all killed me with your accents and your activities, but I love y'all all the same, man. Yo, because the truth of the matter, bro, I was blessed to be being raised in a very, very diverse environment.
So diverse, loving environment.
Yes, absolutely. Yo, put it like this: I didn't know racism until I moved down here.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say that one more time for the people at home. I didn't know racism, and I'm from New York. I'm from New York. Shout out to the crib. Like, I'm born, raised, and bred New York from head to toe. That's what I am. I didn't feel racism until I came down to the South. And you know what I'm saying? That's
actually, for me, it wasn't when I came down to what age were you when you got here?
12 years ago.
Okay, so for me, it wasn't when I came to the South.
I was 32, I think.
It was being an adult in the
28
States.
28 rather, yeah.
Being an adult in New York. That's when I experienced the difference. I didn't understand it when I was coming up.
Right.
Because we weren't brought up like that. We didn't grow up knowing what it was to be black or white. That shit didn't exist.
And this is why I know it's taught. Because even in schools, you don't hear it until somebody has been indoctrinated. You know what I'm saying? Children don't know it.
Yeah.
It's taught. Like, it's crazy because even some of the people that I grew up with, right, that like literally was like, we all grew up in the same way. It's like sometimes now you look up and be like, oh, I didn't know that. Like, oh, you don't like black people? I thought we was all cool. Like, no? Okay. What happened? Like, but like you said, to your point, bro, in high school, growing up in the street, like that color and race was never even a thought process.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't recognize until I came down here. I was just like, whew, this shit different. Yeah. Like, y'all look at people different down here, boy. Like, and this is what the understanding of history comes into play at.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, yeah, this is the South. Duh, Doc.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When it really hit me was starting to work in corporate America. That was the big, like, this is real.
The Capitol Plantation.
This shit is real. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I see it. Switching to where I'm at now, which is completely a completely different environment.
Right. Shout out.
And we're in Florida.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that the company I work for is extremely diverse. And it's not
people.
that they never implanted any of this diverse laws that exist now or policies that exist now, and they don't hire by diversity. It's about qualification.
Right.
It's by qualification.
Right.
It has nothing to do with because of the color of your skin or who you believe you are, you're gonna get hired. No, it's about, are you qualified for this position?
Period.
And our company is extremely diverse.
Yes, it is. I've seen some of your calls. Some of the people on your screen are very diverse.
And everybody in the company gets the job done.
Absolutely.
They know how to be efficient. They know how to do their job.
Yeah.
They know how to take care of their position.
Yeah. And that's all you can ask for.
Need.
Yeah, seriously.
That's all you need.
It ain't like, and this is the division that we worry about and we look at so much in our lives. It's all created because of human beings. It's never ever a structure, right? Like I had to break down to my wife a few years ago, like, I hate work. No, you don't hate work. You just tired of the people and the nonsense that they bring to the place where you have to do the work at. That's it.
I remember that feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So
it is horrible to wake up to that environment.
Knowing you have to go into that for 8 hours.
God.
Yeah, it's draining before you even get there.
Before you even, just waking up is draining.
The night before, you like, oh my God, I gotta go there tomorrow.
Bro, and you just slept 8 hours and you still tired in the morning. Can't nobody rip you out that bed.
Coffee, you taking pills. Yo, let me tell you, every time I think to myself that I have something to do that brings me an income, that I don't have to be somewhere where I don't want to be, I give God the ultimate thanks, man.
Amen.
I give God the ultimate thanks because, bro, that sad song that we're talking about, our people are still going through that, bro.
Yep.
And like, this is why I'm saying it's imperative that you do something when you're not working. Like, if you don't like where you're at, I don't know who this is for right now, but if you do not like where you're at, hear me good. Do something with your downtime to get you out of there.
Yes.
Where you are right now is not your final resting place.
Unless you make it your final resting place.
Come on.
Only you can make that decision. No one else.
That's it.
No one else.
Yo, like we said before, if you don't think you have the time, start making sacrifices of time.
Yep.
For the things that you do normally, start sacrificing. You're going to have to give some things to do something that you, you're going to have to do something you've never done to get something you've never had.
Do you know that 15 minutes a day of a new, of learning a new craft or whatever, 15 minutes a day of learning a new craft will make you, in a year, will make you better than 90% of the world in that craft.
Yeah. 90%. Yeah.
15 minutes a day on a craft, on a new craft that you're learning for a year will make you better than 90% of the world. Not your state, not your city, the world.
The whole entire world.
In that craft. So if what you want to learn how to do is play basketball, dedicate 15 minutes for a year. If you want to learn how to play baseball, dedicate 15 minutes for a year.
Start.
If you want to learn how to play the piano, dedicate 15 minutes for a year. You know what the problem is? Everybody wants to start today
and be good
and
today.
Be experts by tomorrow.
Yeah. But that's the blame of the microwave thought process.
Yep.
Shout out to my grandmother. She had
the microwave thought process.
Yeah.
Okay.
My grandmother, she was so mad.
From eating so much microwave food, their brain is toasted?
No. So, I ain't tell you the story about the microwave, my grandmother? Mm-hmm. Yo, so it was two things that came in her house that she flipped about when I was growing up. She lost her mind. She lost her mind about the microwave, and she lost her mind about a vacuum. Now, thinking about logistically, my grandmother was in a wheelchair. She was paralyzed from the waist down. What you mad about stuff that's making it work for us easy? You ain't doing none of this work. My bad, Grandma. I'm just playing.
Grandma gonna pull on your toes tonight, boy.
Word.
But she gonna pull on them toes.
Hey, I was clowning her when she was alive. Ain't nothing different when she gone.
she gonna wake you up tonight. Today you waking up at 4.
Right.
But it's gonna be because Grandma pulled on your toes till you woke up.
Oh man! But so her thing was, you're taking away the thought process that goes into things. When you have to put things into an oven, you had to go in there and preheat that oven.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You can't just go throw it in there.
Yeah.
It takes preparation. And she was like, when you did the broom, you had to take time to sweep. She thought to herself, there's thinking in that. So now her thought process was, what happens is we're taking the thinking out of things, and that's not all right.
Bro, have you grabbed the broom and swept the house?
Yes.
Bro, that is
Weekly.
That is a relaxing ass time.
Bro, do you know I literally clean my house to relax?
Bro.
I sweep and I iron clothes to relax.
I don't need to be told grab a broom. I grab the broom and I just start sweeping.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I have the biggest ideas coming to me.
Yeah.
It's like going to the bathroom.
Yes.
You sit on the toilet. It's like,
but
I can make money doing this.
Bro, this is why. And this speaking that's and y'all heard that he can make money doing this. The commercial in the podcast is gonna tell you how to make some money while you're scrolling. I'm telling you. But listen, the truth of the matter is, bro, that's why even now I don't even bring my phone into the bathroom anymore. Because while you're sitting in the toilet, thoughts come to you that wouldn't come to you while you're here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
When I was a kid, my mother used to tell me, if you're going to stay in the bathroom for an hour, if you're going to stay in there for an hour, take a book. And you know what I ended up doing? I used to take encyclopedias.
Sit there and
you
just
remember
chill.
the encyclopedias back in the days?
Yeah.
I used to go in there with an encyclopedia and do research.
But son, your legs wasn't going numb, no?
Yeah, it happens. But you can't, no man tell me that they don't spend over 20 minutes in the toilet.
Nah, it's facts. Facts. 20, 30 minutes easily.
Especially before a shower.
Easily. Easily.
Men's showers are 2 hours. They're not 2 hours because they 2 hours in the tub.
Nah.
We
only shower for 20 minutes. I wouldn't have us getting prepped to get in that fuck. Sorry, fellas. We just told on everybody just now, yo.
And that's a great way to end this one today.
No cap, man. Listen, as always, man, we appreciate y'all because y'all could have been anywhere for the last hour and change, but you decided to come rock with us right now. So, Jose,
amen to that.
What you got to tell them before we get up out of here, man?
Man, all I got to say is love you. You love the people around you. Whoever's up in that presidential seat does not affect us. Stop letting the media wash your brain. What does affect us is the midterms. That's when you need to go out and vote.
Right.
Because you can knock on those doors.
Yeah.
Let's make the change there.
Right.
Because that's where it needs to be done. Our locals.
Right. Yo, everything that God has done for human nature, the existence of us was to bring us together.
Amen.
We as individuals have done our job.
This lemonade was clutch today. You haven't even drank it.
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm saving it because I'm about to break my fast. I'm saving it. I'm about to enjoy it. It's about to go down.
And what's crazy is it has no sugar. It has a squirt of vanilla extract.
No Diddy.
Hey, yo.
no Diddy.
It has a splash of vanilla extract.
Yeah. There you go.
Holy cow. This guy.
And I didn't even say it. He looked in my eye. He felt it.
Yeah, for real. I did. Yo, you twitched completely. I said a squirt. You said. All right, finish up. Because we gotta finish it.
All right, so what I was saying is that, God, his entire existence, our entire existence, has been to bring human nature together. It doesn't matter what your race, your religion, your political stance, even your sex. It doesn't matter. It is all things to break us up and to devise us. If we understand the true essence of humanity is to come together. It's not to be devised at no point, at no time. We have barriers between us, languages, and other things. We don't need to add more with politics. We don't need to add more with nonsense. We need to love each other. Better yet, we need to love ourselves so we can love each other. Yeah. It don't matter what your standpoint is. Guess what? As long as your heart beats as an individual, my heart beats as an individual, we are here in this game together. It doesn't matter our financial status. It doesn't matter our political status. It doesn't matter anything other than that. We're just humans. So let's be humans together and just chill, y'all. That's simply it. I said a whole bunch of words, but I just want us to be able to chill together, live together, laugh together, and love together. So with that being said, fathers, understand, to the world, you just a dad. But to your family, you are their entire world, man. Walk in that. Embrace that. Really, really thrive in that because your future depends on that. But guess what, fellas? Until we see y'all in these podcast streets again, be good to yourself. Remember we said earlier, and the ones around you. And if you can't be good to the ones around you, that's all right. Just get those people from around you. Yo, it's your boy RJ, the Imperfect Gentleman, and
your boy JP, the Imperfect Husband.
And this has been another dope episode of the Imperfect Fathers Podcast. Y'all be blessed, because we will. Peace. Let's get up out of here. Another one.